Today we're taking a look at these NCAAF matches, which are happening on Saturday, October 9, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. East Carolina vs UCF. The East Carolina Pirates have been doing a decent job on the defensive side of the field as they are giving up 29.6 points per game this year. Looking at their last game against the Tulane Green Wave, they allowed 29 points on 404 total yards of offense, 280 passing, 124 rushing. They need to figure out how to get fourth down stops as Tulane went 3 of 4 on fourth down. East Carolina had a great job at forcing turnovers as they made the Green Wave lose a fumble and throw 3 interceptions. If the Pirates can get some stops on the money downs, they will be in a great spot here. Our first betting advice is to pick East Carolina Pirates plus 10. Dillon Gabriel, who started the first 3 games at quarterback, did not play against Navy and is out indefinitely with a broken clavicle. Starting against Navy and expected to start against ACU will be freshman Mikey Ken, who only played against Bethune-Cookman before starting last week. Against Navy, Keen completed 16 of 26 passes for 178 yards, with 2 touchdowns and an interception. Our second betting advice is to pick over 67. TCU vs Texas Tech. TCU scores an average of 35 ppg, while giving up 27 on defense. They struggle against the run this season, allowing 204.3 yards per game. They are solid against the pass, giving up just 193 yards in the air, 40th. That's important considering the fact that Texas Tech averages 294 yards per game in the air. Our first betting advice is to pick TCU Horned Frogs, -2. Texas Tech is fortunate TCU's defense can't generate any pressure up front. So senior quarterback Henry Colombi will have all night to throw the football downfield. This game simply comes down to patience. As long as he isn't forcing passes, plays will come open against TCU's secondary. The defense has been okay against the run and downright awful against a passing attack this season. They could quickly find themselves at Mike Duggan's mercy if they can't stop the bleeding on the back end of the defense. Columbia is in for injured starter Tyler Show and had a good game against West Virginia. It came down to a field goal, and Texas Tech put it through, and the Red Raiders defense then preserved the victory. Despite their record, beating West Virginia at home is a quality win, as the Mountaineers have been an excellent football team this year. Tech has scored an average of 35 points per game, while surrendering 30. Our second betting advice is to pick over 62.5. Quick reminder, Bovada is an online sportsbook and casino established in 2011. The platform offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, Bovada allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join Bovada now using our link down below and get access to all sorts of premium sport welcome bonuses after signing up and making your first deposit. Notre Dame vs Virginia Tech. The hope for the Fighting Irish is that the defense can step up as the unit is allowing 23.4 points per game and 121.6 rushing yards per game. Defensive linemen Isaiah Foskey, Justin Ademilola and Myron Tagovailoa-Amosa have been dominant in the trenches, combining for 9.5 sacks and 49 tackles, while safety Kyle Hamilton and cornerback Cam Hart have been great in the secondary, with 5 interceptions and 7 passes defended. The hope is that the play improves in the box to limit big turns and turn the defense into one of the best in the nation as a result. Our first betting advice is to pick Notre Dame +1. The Tech offense has struggled this year, ranking 114th overall, 100th in passing, 88th in rushing, and 100th in scoring at 23.4 ppg. They will need to be better than that if they hope to pull the upset in this one. Braxton Burmeister threw for 212 yards with a TD and no ints last week against Richmond, and has now thrown for 746 yards with 5 TDs and an int on the year. He has also run for 140 yards and a TD. Jalen Holston leads the team with 159 yards on the ground and 1 TD. Virginia Tech needs to get more from their running game, as that will in turn open up the passing game. The tough part here is that Notre Dame is 42nd against the run. Our second betting advice is to pick over 47. Georgia State vs Monroe. Georgia State is averaging 17.4 points per game. They are averaging 144.2 passing yards and 182.8 rushing yards per game. Cornelius Brown-IV has completed 51.9% of his passes for 368 yards and 4 interceptions. Tucker Gregg leads the team with 267 rushing yards and 1 touchdown, while Jamari Thrash leads the team with 209 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. Georgia State isn't very good defensively, giving up 38 points per game. They gave up 45 points in their last game and won't win a lot of games if they don't play better on the defensive end. Louisiana Monroe is averaging 14.3 points per game. They are averaging 131.3 passing yards and 76.3 rushing yards per game. Chandler Rogers, who will be making his second consecutive start for injured Rhett Rodriguez, has completed 48.1% of his passes for 157 yards and 1 interception. Andrew Henry leads the team with 184 rushing yards and 1 touchdown, while Boogie Knight leads the team with 183 receiving yards. Louisiana Monroe has struggled defensively, giving up 31.8 points per game. They gave up 59 points in their last game and will need to do a better job if they want to win this game. Our first betting advice is to pick Monroe plus 16. 4 different Monroe quarterbacks have played due to multiple injuries, with Rogers likely to get the start moving forward, having completed 13 of 27 passes for 157 yards and 1 interception, while carrying the ball 38 times for 99 yards. Andrew Henry will likely be the focal point of the offense moving forward with 42 carries for 184 yards and a score on the season, while Boogie Knight is the team's leading pass catcher with 16 receptions for 183 yards. Ty Shelby has been a force on the defensive line with 6 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, 1 forced fumble and 1 fumble recovery already this season. The Warhawks now rank second to last in FBS scoring offense at 14.2 points per game on an average of 207.8 yards per contest. Monroe's defense has only been slightly more effective, with opponents putting up 31.8 points and 446 yards per game. Granger has been the more effective of the 2 quarterbacks, completing 24 of 46 pass attempts for 368 yards and 4 interceptions, while running the ball 42 times for 182 yards. Tucker Gregg is having a strong year running the ball with 44 carries for 267 yards and a score, while Jamari Thrash has been Georgia State's best receiver with 15 catches for 209 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jordan Veneziale is the leader of the Panthers' defense with 44 tackles, including 3.5 for a loss, 2 sacks, a forced fumble and a fumble recovery. Our second betting advice is to pick under 51. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.